solid. That's solid. I'll count you down for game one in three, two, one. Tetris. This is two-time CTBW champion right here. Two-time CTBW champion. Break theory will pay off. Four Tetrises in a row for Brian. Sorry, I'm distracted. I need to lock in. This is a cinematic match. This is cinematic. Five Tetris in a row actually. Now six. Brian will never burn for the rest of the game. Watch it. He's gonna get a perfect transition. Now seven. Perfect runs are kind of cursed though, because sometimes you can just like go way too aggressive and top out. Trying to sell your board. Akibar for RXS. Unfortunately, Brian did have to burn there. Was that 36 lines perfect? Pretty good. But that means he's gonna have a one Tetris lead. Only one Tetris. But Brian has got that elusive 250 by 50 lines benchmark. That means you're on pace for 500 by 100 lines, which Jonas used to blow a pressurized horn to indicate good pace. Pace horn. We finished the playlist. I've been streaming for that long. Brian, still in great pace. 327 at 67 lines. RXS has 354 at 76. Can Orion hit the S-spin? He does. And it's a delayed one. Let's see if he can get something flat to burn it off. And he does. Misses the adjustment with that bar, unfortunately, though. That's going to cost him 4 burns. Let's see if RXS is a proponent of the gaslighting playstyle. You see this a lot with DAS players. They say, oh, I'm so washed. I'm so bad. I haven't practiced at all. And then they're like, really good. Like, Gio does this all the time. He's like, dude, I'm so washed. And then he wins DAS Masters. RXS a bit high. Would love an L piece. Gonna have to just make a hole with that J. He has 477 at 106, but have to take some burns. Brian has 472 at 100. So maybe I was gonna say maybe a Tetris lead for Brian, but he has to do some delayed burns there. This is gonna slow him down, but gets out of there quickly. 504 for RXS at 115. And 504 for 115. So exact same score for both players at 115 lines. So this can be a close one going to the post transition. Both players into 19, now 20. RXS at 595. Brian at 606. Very, very close. I think RXS is gaslighting. He's playing great. Like, what's if this lying? Why are we lying? He is scoring more than 100,000 points. Okay, actually a lot of burns required on level 31 though. But they're clean burns. They're not like, you know, misdrop burns where like your board looks shit. It's like good burns. Brian's burning a lot on level 21 as well, so not much of a lead gained. Okay, Brian's reopening that column 10. Setting up for the Tetris. Aki bar for Brian. Pays off. 655 into 22, but RXS is 647 into 23. So this actually is maybe a one or two Tetris lead for Brian now. Okay, nice pieces throughout the left side for RXS. He goes to Tetris. And Tetris for Brian, he has 692 into 23. Oh, pullback of that bar. I think he intended to maybe take the triple at one point. Paid off. And more slowdown for RXS. This might make the comeback very, very, very difficult. My breath is being held. Brian has 831 halfway through 26. RXS has 752 into 27. So this is a 100,000 point lead, but Brian is high. Misses the adjustment with that square. And that's only a triple for Brian. And his board is actually high. But RXS as a whole, and the bar isn't coming until that left side is kind of cooked. And I'm not sure if there's any runway. Yeah, RXS only has one more Tetris. Two more Tetrises to give, actually. There's one dirty Tetris. But even with another, yeah, those 3 squares in a row, that's not what he needs, bro. That's not what he needs. 865 for RXS. That's a great game. But Brian is doing far too good for that to be a close one. That was a great game. Double kill screen, double 800Ks, but Brian pulling ahead early in transition, paying off. Nice seed. Yeah, you guys actually suck. You're just kind of bailed constantly by the seed. That's true. Game 1. to Brian. Distracted? What are you talking about? My attention was undivided. That was the best game I've played since early October. Break theory, it works. Yeah, I don't. This GIF is making me uncomfortable. Why is her tongue so long? I'll count you down for game 2. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This could be a banger. This could be a banger. Couple holes early for RXS and a bar dependency. It's gonna plug that with a J. Get to Tetris, but that one's only gonna be a split double. Yeah, I don't. Now that I'm paying attention to it, I don't like it. Why is a? It's the tongue is moving, but her face isn't. Like, there's a lot going on there. 165 for Brian, 107 for Real Extra Small. This is. RXS has not acknowledged this. Where did Ricky Stacks come from? Because according to his YouTube channel, RXS stands for Real Extra Small, primary source from the man himself. What is the thing that is Real Extra Small? We may never know. We may never know. Pitches for Brian. Brian on a high 500 pace. Jesus, RXS is suffering. He is yeah, he is 157 halfway through transition. I did not notice how bad it got. Omenvoir called him that. He had a dream of a Tetris player called Ricky Stacks. He was a huge heel. That's kind of goated. Getting nicknamed by Omenvoir via a dream. RXS isn't a heel though. He's a sweetheart. He's a contributing member of the community. Oh, this is difficult for Brian though. Delayed burn, bar dependent in column 3. Plugging it with a J, but needs an S, or needs a Z for the right. Gets it. Needs something else for the left. Oh, that's a dirty Tetris setup. No, too ambitious. I'm not sure the T flat was the right choice there. Triple for RXS, and you're in a chase down, buddy. 281 is the target. I mean, your options are pretty limited, but I know the feeling. You just want to get veiled. Alright, so it's got a clean board. Tetris. One more will do it. And there it is. That's game 2 to Ricky Stacks. And it's now best of 3. I mean, Brian wins a hard-fought one all the way to the kill screen, but gives it right back in an early top-out. Dude said he's washed my ass. I know, right? Freaking gaslighter, bro. My eyes are glazing over. Bro's bored. Bro's bored. He's checked out. I'll count you down for game 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I was genuinely asleep at the wheel before this stream. What's the time on the East Coast? It's 9:33 PM. Bro's a grandmother. Bro needs to get in bed at 10:30 after 15 minutes of reading a novel. $170 for Brian. 114 for RXS. He isn't gonna get that J-tuck, but nice skim there. Okay, if he uncovers before the NT, bro. Sometimes when you're doing delayed burns like that, like, the bar doesn't actually come during the sequence, so you actually don't get punished at all, but that was not one of those times. I'm not sure about that L placement. Yeah, this is a long dig for RXS, actually. But Brian's in a dig of his own. Okay, Brian, you're worrying me. Monkers. Okay, exposes that hole. Bar column 9, so it's a bit... Okay, gets the bar over, it's fine. It's fine, both players getting out of the digs cleanly, but our RXS emerging with the 50,000 point deficit. Okay, I'm not sure how RXS has... I looked away for a second and he's got like the worst board of all time. It's alright. It's alright, he cleans these. He cleans these. Okay, that's a nice S piece. That's a nice bar. Okay. Brian not having a clean sequence either, so maybe it was just the shitty pieces. Still a 60,000 point lead for him. Tetris for RXS. I'm paying my full undivided attention. This is an important match. This is an important match. I actually am curious how this... I think this has bracket implications. Because the loser is going to play... Loser of 12. All of them are bracket. That's a redundant statement. Every match has bracket implications. Loser of this plays Toast. So that's a pretty comfortable opponent. And then faces probably Coverdale's after they lose to Sebi. And then faces Khan. So they can make losers round 4. I think the loser of this has a pretty good path to the losers round 4. Because they both got pretty good seeds. Like I think RXS was 20th seed. Let me check actually. RXS is 21st seed, Brian was 12th seed. Okay. Yeah, so middle of the pack. I know RXS wasn't too happy with his qualifier, although, you know, I would have been... I would have killed for at least one 700k in mine. I had a crash out call. Both players until level 20. Brian has 458, RXS 382, so that lead has persisted from the pre-transition. 70,000 points or so. That's Tetris for RXS though. Still has 2 holes of garbage in row 1. I don't know if he's gonna try and expose them. Yeah, kind of indecisive on what he's trying to do. T-spin? Yes, T-spin, NT. Damn, he just cannot expose this this final hole. It's actually going to take him the entirety of level 21 and some of level 22 to expose that freaking stubborn hole in column 4 and misshift of that S phase is just going to prolong his suffering. Yeah, this is going to allow Brian to take a 90,000 point lead, although RXS is behind in line still. Passes up the spin. Bad pieces. That square has nowhere to go. So does that square. Yeah, RXS is going to top out at 432. That was just rough. That was just a rough post transition. Like, I don't. There weren't even any big mistakes. It's just like that's just like NT. Yeah, Brian takes game 3. Okay, yeah, okay, well timed. Well timed. Because Brian is topping out. Wins a win, though. I'll count you down when Ryan is ready. E3, yes, it is E317FC. I feel like that one clip of Avesy doing 29-2 checkerboard and 100. That's a deep cut. Alright, that's a deep cut, bro. I count you down for game 4 in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, Easy's still listening. Okay. So why didn't you just like chat, you know? Why didn't you just leak everything? You know, Easy wanted to go to bed, but she had to stay up for Brian versus RXS. This is cinema. This is primetime television. This is a movie. Nice 5 and below by Brian. I do not have the vision for 5 and belows. I don't know why. Like, it's just not a pattern I recognize. I see. Oh, okay, that's a 2 S's in a row is just garbage for RXS in that stack, but gets a bar, so he's actually fine. Like I see Corion things pretty good. I see Waterfall. I see Lo and Behold. I see Keytug setups. I see Vits. I just do not see 5 and below. It's just something I need to work on. Triple bar access. That's gonna be another triple. Back-to-back triples. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. RXS needs to win this one to stay alive in the upper bracket. Who's Brian gonna face if he wins this? Mackenzie, probably. That's gonna be a tough one. Tetris, bar access. Waiting on something to clean up that nub. An L piece would do it, I think. Yeah. Okay, Brian gets that square over, so he fixes his left side. Well, that T placement was a bit monkers, but it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. Akibar for RXS, Tetris for Ricky. 253 at 82 lines, 323 at 81 lines for Brian. That's an 80,000 point lead, three Tetrises or so. Okay, a bit of a Spire and a hole for RXS. Would love a piece for that middle. It's not gonna get it. Oh, Brian misses the Akibar. That's gonna force a lot of burns, actually. Okay, he's not gonna miss that one. Nice. Z-Tuck for RXS. He's substantially behind, actually. Yeah. 100,000. I don't know. I don't think there's been that much of a difference in efficiency from just watching, but yeah, Brian is rolling, so he does have more mobility at the top. He does put stuff left a lot higher. RXF would love a J piece. Yeah, it's gonna burn a clean double. RXS is into the transition at 418. Brian's into level 22 at 535. This is going to be another uphill climb for RXS. Brian has had a bit of a rocky level 20 though. Let's see if RXS can be a bit more efficient on the blue levels. Okay, maybe not. That's alright. It's a lot of Tetris stuff to be played. Okay, Tetris readiness for RXS. Gets the bar. 501 at 21. Brian is 558 at 22. So actually the pace has pace leader shrunk. Tetris for Brian, he's at 621. Ooh, this board is just not very friendly for Ricky. Okay, lovely LPs. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, his board is actually pristine. But he's back into a deficit. Nice pole vault. Tetris for RXS. Brian has 688 into level 25. Damn, RXS is just forced to take a lot of doubles. This lead is not insurmountable by any means. Brian with 728 into level 26. Oh, I think RXS had to take a triple, and there's another double, so the runway just continues to shrink. RXS would love a J piece. Okay, bar works. He's Tetris ready now. Tetris for RXS. 669 into 27. Man, Brian has 832, and this lead is 130,000 points. It's 120,000 points at the same line count, so Brian would need to like top out right now, but he's shown pretty good post-transition survivability. Yeah, it might just be over. Despite an incredible effort from Ricky. Yeah, Brian's into the kill screen at 883, and RXS can't even get that final Tetris NT. Didn't have the dash charge. GG's. It's a good game. And Brian advances to the top 16 of CTBW 26 CT Big Weekly in 4 games. Yeah, RXS definitely played better than his pre-match messages would imply.